Hey there. So, as of yesterday, we have moved into the second decan of Sagittarius. Um, and so, Sagittarius is, my little guide here is, card for Sagittarius is Temperance. And Sagittarius is ruled by the planet Jupiter, and the card for Jupiter is the Wheel of Fortune. Um, the second decan is of Sagittarius is ruled by Aries, and that's the Emperor. The card for the second decan of Sagittarius is the Nine of Wands. To put this, there we go. And the planet that rules the second decan of Sagittarius is Mars. The card for Mars is the Tower. I was actually noticing how similar these cards are. You notice, this dude is tired. He's just worn out. It's so much effort. It feels just so much effort, just trying to hold it all in place, hold everything in balance. You see, and this figure has done a masterful job of balancing. Here we go. Notice the similarity of these cards, how he is in a position where he's almost in surrender. He's the sword. No, actually, it's his rod. The rod is piercing the moon because the sun alone isn't enough. The drive alone isn't enough. He feels at a point where he must draw on the inner voice, the inner calling, the inner knowing, in order to just refuel, replenish, renew. And it's so similar with the Tower. You see the dove here. It's as if it's this mountain it's too much pressure to sustain not drawing on the inner. And once the Tower, once the control is released, my goodness, it's almost as if they're dressed the same as well. The robe, the red robe, and the dove moves up and out when there is a release point, when the pressure is too great and there is nothing left to do but to surrender. Then the dove can be free. So, interesting decan, eh? I have been, and interestingly, you see there's a moon, and actually in just a few minutes we will be having the full moon during the Sagittarius period. The full moon is, the moon is currently in the sign of Gemini. So the sun and the moon are separate in a full moon phase. So the full moon is in the sign of Gemini. Gemini is the Lover's card, which is truly not only about choice, but about balance, about balancing outer expression and inner guidance, as I'm seeing it right now with these cards. Let me see what else is here. Gemini. Oh, okay. Mercury is the planet that rules Gemini, and that is the magician. Okay. And what else do we have? I just want to get all of the cards out. So the sun and the moon are opposite, so therefore the moon would be in the second decan by degree in the sign of Gemini, and so that decan is ruled by Libra, balance. We have the Nine of Swords. Many cards here. All right, and lastly, the planet that rules that decan is Venus, which is the Empress. And I cannot fail to notice that we have the Emperor and the Empress on the table at the same time in a couple of places. Where are they? Here. They are apart in the sky, but they are of the same degree, and they are communicating. Before I actually looked for the cards concerning this full moon, this decan, I was feeling into the energy of this full moon because it starts to build a few days prior to its being exact. So what I was feeling was almost a tightrope across the sky. But when I say tightrope, I don't mean something to nervously cross. I mean, it almost felt like the exchange of energy was just really, really potent and balanced. And it felt, what I felt was that, and still feel, that this period, this second decan of Sagittarius, and also this full moon in Gemini, feels like a very transformative time. And well, I mean, life is a transformative experience. So to elaborate, it just feels like a real pushing to the next level beyond what one thinks is even possible. In conversation, the goddess Diana came up, and she's Artemis. She's Diana, I believe, in Roman mythology, and Artemis in Greek. And she is twin to Apollo. Where's my lover's card? Oh, there. Right here. And I was amazed when I saw this card as one of the cards for this read. And, you know, Artemis, not dissing the story at all, it's an interesting story, and I've only scratched the surface of it, but she came into her being, her this in her mythology. She was born first. She was and then immediately fell into the role of caretaker, helping her mother to deliver Apollo, and it was apparently a difficult birth. And at a very, very young age, decided to commit her existence to service in protection of the forests and of animals. And I'm sure I am missing a lot of the point of the story of Diana. But she was she chose a life of being in service, and chose not to involve herself in the experience of marrying and having children. She actually chose and asked for the grace to be chaste for her life, and that is fine. Many, we all. And here's I think what I'm trying, the point, or the what my thoughts were regarding her story. A very noble story. In many regards, is that we, along our paths, choose our most, hopefully always our most noble and ways to be, ways to live, goals to move toward. But the feeling I have with this moon, and the story of Diana kind of illustrated it to me a bit, was that it is okay to allow for a different choice down the road. It is okay to realize, okay, I have achieved what I set out to do, and perhaps there is even another greater, higher, more creative, even more noble aspiration to walk toward, to move toward. So yeah, I think what I'm trying to say is this feels like a moon where we go beyond what we thought we must contain, and I think that says it here, and that the truth shouldn't be something that gets buried down. Our truth shouldn't be something that gets buried in the mountain to be contained. It is something that is to be, I keep losing my cards. Right in front of me. It's something our truth is something to continually allow to flow and evolve as time and experience move on for each of us. I have two stones drew me, and the first is kind of large. This one, isn't this just absolutely dreamy? Reminds me of stars. It's called Celestite, and the traditional meaning is, I believe it's to help one connect to the more spiritual aspects of one's self, what I feel about from holding this stone. It's so big. It's a little heavy. I just feel such utter love of the universe, of of nurturing from whatever is the beyond for each of us, however we describe it or feel it. There's this card here, which is with the second decan of Gemini, where the moon is sitting right now. It's just anguish, but it's not real limitations. It's only within the mind, the limitations we set upon ourselves, the aspirations we feel like we cannot alter even in the slightest. Yeah. The second stone I was drawn to is fuchsite. And I've mentioned this stone on this channel before. Fuchsite is a really light-hearted, very earth energy, very playful stone. It is light-hearted, trusting creativity, creative living. It is, and I feel like the whole message, and I've said it before, is in this reading, in this video, is just it's about letting go of the rules we set upon ourselves. Yeah. So that's what I have for this full moon in Gemini during this time in Sagittarius. I'm going to stop here. I think that, maybe I'll get one oracle card. And I think I will maybe do another video as soon as I am able about this second decan of Sagittarius without the full moon speech. Okay, I am going to get a card from the Good Tarot. This is a very thick deck. I'm going to do my best not to be clumsy here. I think I better put these down a little bit. All right. Okay. I like to use this for the full moon because, there we go, there's the moon. So here we go. Extra message about this full moon in Gemini during Sagittarius for all of us, please. Any additional message? Oh, it's quite a little stack. It's way too many. I'm only taking the top one. It's the Page of Water. And what it says to me is allow yourself to go back to the beginner's mind with the knowledge that you bring to the table. I wasn't, I have a little deck I just got, and I'm going to pause the video and get that deck. So, Okay. There, I just got a little deck, and it's a mermaid message deck. Well, there's an image of a mermaid on there. And the reason I'm pulling it is because, look, she's a mermaid. And she's come to the surface. Fresh and new. With a beginner's mind. So let me just get a card from this mermaid deck. And here's the front. All right. Here we are. Any extra message for this this time, this full moon in Gemini during Sagittarius? Okay. One kind of wanted to put, so I have two. One fell out and I have another one. All right. Move. Barnacles only grow on a docked ship. And no one wants barnacles, let me tell you. All right. And safety. Don't be too proud to go back to shore. Interesting, such a dichotomy. Actually, I don't think it's a dichotomy. I think it's saying going back to shore, I don't see as giving up. But going back to shore means going in and assessing. All right, reassessing. Okay, I'll leave it there. Much love to you. Happy full moon. Enjoy it. You will feel it for a while. It feels nice. Mwah. Much love. Until next time.